This small breathing device for people with respiratory illnesses is now costing a lot more to make. All the parts are manufactured in Australia except this medical grade ball bearing, which comes from China, paid for in US dollars.
You're talking about $20,000 to $23,000 difference in a payment that might happen each week or every month.
The stronger US dollar is hurting many Australian businesses that import goods into the country.
Most trade that Australia transacts is done in the US dollar. So when the Aussie dollar falls against the US dollar, imports become significantly more expensive.
As the US Federal Reserve hiked interest rates, the greenback shot up in value to a 20-year high, making other currencies worth less against it.
The Aussie dollar has not been immune. It's down about 11%, but other currencies have fared a lot worse. The yen is down more than 20%, the pound is down about 17%.
The global energy crunch has pushed up commodity prices, many of which we export. That's helped keep the Australian dollar stronger against other currencies. Right now, it's up more than 5% against the pound, which is good news for Aussie businesses importing from the UK, but not for those exporting there, like Ali Mellor, who launched her protein bar business into Britain and Europe last week. At the same time, the pound hit a record low against the US dollar.
We signed on a distributor about 3 months ago and we set our pricing for the entire year. So obviously with the currency the way that it is, it's hurt the cost that they're buying it from us for. So we're obviously making less.
It's not just the pound the Aussie is higher against. It's stronger than just about every other currency, which is good news for Khurram Hashmi in Perth, who regularly sends money to his mother in Pakistan.
Over the last almost 12 months, what I've seen is a huge difference. An Australian dollar has appreciated in value in comparison to Pakistani rupee for sure.
He's preparing to visit her for the first time in years and knows his dollars will go much further this visit.
I remember when I went last time, it was 1 Aussie dollar to 100 Pakistani rupees. Now it is close to 140 or 150.
It's a different story for these travellers who just returned from the US.
It was more expensive than I thought it was going to be.
We really noticed the huge difference in the exchange rates and the cost of it.
When the Reserve Bank lifted rates by less than expected this week, the Australian dollar immediately dropped about 1%. Money markets are nervous. The RBA won't keep pace with the US Fed's aggressive hiking cycle, which could mean more inflation here.
In the near term, the Aussie dollar looks vulnerable to more losses, and that potentially means good news for exporters.
How many reckon we got at the moment now?
Back in Tweed Heads, workers are busy assembling breathing devices to export them to 100 countries, mostly in US dollars. So where Paul's losing out on rising import costs, he's benefiting as an exporter.
We actually do see the benefits of the dropping dollar, because that means more AUD for sales in, say, for example, for US dollars. So usually you benefit from the sales, but your expenses increase at the same time.
There are two sides to every coin.